this is going to draw the crypto market down substantially just because people might lose trust in crypto. How is that? 80% of Bitcoin was purchased using USDT and it's not backed by shit. Hello there, my name is Thomas Krallo and welcome to my YouTube channel where we talk all things trading, finances and money in general. Now, if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. A lot to learn here, and also follow me on Instagram. A lot of fun stuff and the backstage stuff is always there. Now, in this video, I'm gonna try to keep it as short as possible. I just wanted to record a video about the biggest current threat to the whole crypto market and just briefly discuss something that you really have to pay attention to if you are considering investing into crypto or you have a crypto portfolio in general. There is huge volatility in the market right now, and a lot of people are expecting Bitcoin to be at $100,000 by the end of the year. Some say $200,000, which is, even by my estimates, is a bit too high. Maybe 100K. If we go past the all-time high of 65,000, maybe we could climb somehow to 100,000 and stay there for a while because of a psychological barrier, because just of $100,000 a round number, and maybe have a peak above it, but we'll see. Now, there are many things that go for the crypto. Certain governments like El Salvador adopting crypto, even though the adoption didn't really go that very smoothly, but still, I mean, that's a really good step, and Ukraine are working towards it, and a few other governments as well. And in general, there's a lot of positive stuff which can fuel a really nice climb, and we can see in the analysis that my team is doing in Krallo Trade Ideas. By the way, check it out, link in the description. My analysts are also seeing really good numbers in terms of how many Bitcoins are being held by big investors, and that those numbers are climbing, so that they're increasing their positions, and those big whales are not stupid. So they have a good high prediction of the crypto by the end of the year or within 2, 3, 4, 5 next years. So at some point it definitely is gonna go really high, but we'll see. So there are many indications, what I'm trying to say here, that there are many good indications that Bitcoin is really gonna reach that 100,000. And of course, if you're investing into altcoins, then there's gonna be a really strong altcoin season, and most likely most top altcoins are gonna outperform Bitcoin by the growth, like Cardano, XRP, Stellar Lumens, Chainlink, Solana, blah, blah, blah. It's all the top dogs among the altcoins. However, they're also, because if it only were really amazing and nice, then it would have been climbing a lot steadier than it is now. Number one, crypto is still very, very young as a market. And number two, there are certain aspects that are making the crypto so volatile, and some people are betting against it or some betting for it. And by the way, if you're looking at the strike prices of options by the end of 2021, you can Google this information as well. There are a lot more bets on crypto going to 60K, 100K and 200,000, and there are even, I think, some like 400 Bitcoin right now, the size of the bet, on the fact that it's gonna go to $400,000. So this is ridiculous. So you can actually see that. And there are some bets placed on like $30,000 mark, $20,000 mark, and there are quite a lot of those bets as well that the crypto is gonna drop, but they're a lot smaller than the ones for crypto growing and going up, particular Bitcoin. So again, many good things and indications, but quite a few bad ones as well, as I just started trying to talk about this. And one of the biggest ones, which is the purpose of this YouTube video, is the backing of USDT. So this has been in the media, this topic has been discussed, and it's quite public, but it's not really that loud yet. There has been a conspiracy and a lot of speculations around Tether and the company behind USDT. And of course, they are saying that every single USDT, the stablecoin itself, is backed by the real United States dollar. But we, of course, all know that it's not completely true, because Tether has been printing USDT, believe it or not. How can you actually print something that is not paper, but whatever? So they've been printing USDT, and of course, we know that probably they are not fully backed by a US dollar. So why is this a bad thing? It is because it adds on to the risk of crypto in general. And if it comes out, if truth surfaces that USDT is backed by United States dollar, only like 10% of it. So out of $60 billion, only 6 billion or 12 billion or something. This is gonna cause a huge, massive sell-off in the crypto market, unfortunately. But of course it's gonna recover because, I mean, USDT doesn't really affect the reliability of certain projects and coins and tokens. So it's gonna be, you know, a huge spike down and probably a really quick V-shaped climb back up, or maybe with some certain consolidation. This is going to draw the market, the crypto market down substantially, just because people might lose trust in crypto for a short while, just because how is that, you know, 80% of Bitcoin was purchased using USDT and it's not backed by shit. So this might become a bit of a problem, in my personal opinion. So my personal take on this whole thing is that probably the backing is maybe half of it. So out of $60 billion, maybe $30 billion are there in real dollars, maybe less. So that's not very good. And if the media is gonna pick up on this stuff a lot, and there are gonna be more investigations done by authorities and publications made about this, then it could spike a huge sell-off. And of course, recent sell-off in crypto also happened because of Evergrande, the Chinese construction company that is about to be on the verge of default because they have obligations that they have to pay out almost right now. And it seems like they have about $300 billion of debt. And it seems like they're not going to be able to pay. And if that's going to be the case, then it's going to trigger an avalanche of financial shit like happened in 2008 after bankruptcy of Lehman Brothers. So this is something that could repeat. The history tends to repeat itself. But now China is realizing this, and there are a lot of creditors also from the United States and from Europe who were backing Evergrande. So maybe they're gonna be just smart enough and they're gonna maybe pull them out of the shithole that they dug themselves into. Even though everybody was always complaining about Evergrande and their methods of business, but still the economy is more important, and the avalanche and the whole crisis that could be caused by this whole Evergrande situation, probably the governments will realize that it's not a bad idea to actually help them out. And if that's gonna happen, then everything is gonna be fine. And then perhaps nobody's gonna look at USDT too closely. And then by the end of the year, we're gonna see Bitcoin by 100K and we'll cash out, and I'll post when I'm gonna sell off my crypto portfolio. And it's quite a sizable one this time, because again, I've been doing it for a few years and adding some money in the process as well. So it's quite big. So I'm sometimes, when I see a 30% drop in altcoins, I go a little bit pale, because again, I have big dollars in there for me, for Thomas Krallo. It's not in multi-millions, but it's big. We'll see what happens, and if we'll get a chance to cash out at the end of the year, maybe in December, January, we'll see, then it will be nice. But if USDT is gonna be investigated more and more, and then it's not backed, and the market is gonna drop, and nobody's gonna help Evergrande, and S&P 500 is gonna drop as well. And as we know, there is a lot of correlation. Whenever S&P 500 drops, crypto drops as well. And we are overdue for the correction in S&P 500 as well. So it could turn into a shit show. But remember that whenever there is high risk, there is potential for high reward as well. Right, so these are the things I wanted to mention about the current crypto situation, and keep an eye on USDT and the Tether and what the fuck they're doing, as well as Evergrande. And always control your investments. And for great trade ideas, you can always refer to KralloTradeIdeas.com. And for proper trading education as well as investing education, you can always refer to ThomasKrallo.com. All the links down in the description. Thank you for watching. Please like the video if you found it useful, and I'll see you in the next ones.